Hello, welcome to day 4 of the Supercharge Your Sustainability Skills Challenge. So you can see here underneath the website where you can sign up for the challenge. It's going to be open for a few days more. For those that don't know me, I'm Virginia Cinquemani. I'm the director and founder of a company called Green Gorilla Consultants Ltd. And so Green Gorilla offers training and coaching specifically to sustainability professionals to feel more empowered to make the sustainability message go further. We do that by training people, coaching people, supporting them, and support their technical abilities with what we call human skills, soft skills, so call them like you want. But those skills that help you make that message more digestible for your clients. I'm also the author of the book that you see just behind me, Sustainable, which might be actually the other way around, given the mirroring effect of the camera. And Sustainable is a book that I published last year, focused on the main skills of sustainability professionals. And so I am sharing during this challenge. Today is effectively the last day of the skill building that we did in the last 3 days. And we talked about, on the first day, we talked about communication. Second day, we talked about resilience. Third day, we talked about selling ethically, selling sustainability ethically. And today we're going to talk about project management. These 4 skills are what I believe personally, so this is my framework, this is my method. These are the key skills to hone if you are a sustainability professional. And they might not have been taught to you at university, at school, but still they are nevertheless the key skills to hone if you want to become a leader in the sustainability space. And by leader, I don't mean necessarily somebody that leads teams, but is literally thought leader. If you want sustainability to become a no-brainer for the whole world, then you need to become a leader. And those skills will definitely help you. So if you are live here with me, please say hello, say who you are, where you're from. Hopefully you joined the challenge until this point. Today we're going to talk about project management, like I just said. So I hope you enjoyed the challenge until this point. Is meant to be lasting, 10 minutes and beyond these 15 minutes max videos. So in half an hour, hopefully, I managed to give you a glimpse of how you could be if you were a more confident communicator, if you were a more confident and resilient sustainability professional, and if you were able to sell sustainability ethically, meaning not pushing something that people don't want to do, but actually helping people with sorting out their needs. Okay, very briefly, I'm going to talk about the Mastermind as well, which is a peer group that I'm launching again on the 7th of September. This will be the 4th round. We had already 3 masterminds in the last year and a half. Hugely successful, great results in terms of how people feel more confident, how people manage to hone their communication, project management, resilience, and selling, and how they feel really more able to tackle the sustainability challenges, but also the day-to-day challenges thrown at them by clients, by situation, by projects. So we're starting this mastermind. It's a peer group. So you will be in a group of people that share your same passion for sustainability, but they also have the same issues, maybe technical people, they know their stuff very well, lots of very good qualification, but they might be struggling to get people to believe them, to embrace what they're saying, to buy into their ideas. So this is what we do in the Mastermind for 4 months, and we focus and we deep dive into each of the skills that I've just touched upon this week, so that you completely feel confident by the end of the program. We have challenges that we set for ourselves every month. We have accountability groups. So we have also one-to-one coaching, because you might have some issues that you don't want to share with the group, that you want to work, your own individual goals, and I can help you with that, because I am a career coach as well. So there you go. Let's talk about project management today. Why is it important for sustainability professionals to hone their project management skills? Now, if you are a sustainability professional of any kind, you might be dealing with projects. And if you deal with deadlines, with budgets, with outcomes, with whatever characteristics of a project, you are, whether you like it or not, a project manager. But also whether you had the training to be a project manager or not. Very often we're thrown at the deep end without having necessary training. Now, the training we do at Green Gorilla on project management is not a qualifying certified, well, it's CPD certified, but it's not a qualifying training to become a professional project manager. But it is enough to focus your attention on the parts that you really need to think about to be successful in that process, and to start streamlining your life. Because one of the complaints I hear from my clients is that they feel overstretched. That deadline upon deadline, some of them work at the weekend, they are overworked, they're tired, they are stressed, etc., etc. Therefore, what we teach at Green Gorilla in terms of project management is really how to organize your work, but also how to speak to people. They're not they're not reporting to you in a way that influence them, which I think is very important. Project management is not just about the actual tasks within a project, but it's also, and probably mainly, about people and the relationship you have with people within the team. And if those don't go so well, then the project probably will fail. So we talked about how to deal with the projects, how to deal with the time, how to organize your day, and in a more productive way. We looked at procrastination, all sorts of things that really make us very human, but unfortunately sometimes not very efficient. And we talked about how to deal with people when you don't have authority over them. The thing is also in sustainability, even if you are trained as a project manager, in sustainability you might not have considered that you have certain elements that are slightly different. Like, for example, you have to consider longer project outcomes. For example, if you're project managing, say, the manufacturer of a sustainable T-shirt, just as simple as that, when you finish the project, meaning the T-shirt is there, ready to be sold, that's not the end of the T-shirt. For a sustainability professional, you need to be interested in understanding what's going to happen with the T-shirt when it's worn out, what's going to happen to the fiber of the T-shirt when it gets in the bin, if it does, or whether you need to implement a system for which the T-shirt gets recycled, reused, etc. So sustainability is for the whole lifetime of the product that you are dealing with, not just for the time that you're actually project managing. There is also a knock-on effect, not just on the team that you're working with, not just on the product that you're dealing with, whatever that is, whether it's a building, a T-shirt, or whatever else, but actually there is always a knock-on the planet, of course, the economy, the people, not necessarily just the people you're dealing with in the project, but also, for example, the supply chain. That's something to consider. The sustainability professionals have to take into consideration, the ethical consideration, the labor consideration, etc. Another difficulty that we face as sustainability professionals is that often we come as external consultants. So people can be a challenge, like I said before. You come in a team that is already formed, that has its own dynamics. How do you fit into that? How can you tell them what to do if you don't have authority over them? So that's something you should consider. Often in sustainability, technology is pioneering. We're trying to innovate with sustainability, trying to make things differently, not relying on fossil fuel, not relying on unsustainable practices. That means it's more challenging, it's not demonstrated most of the time. So how do you deal with that? So of course today, so let's talk about the challenge of today about project management. We can't possibly teach you and you can't learn project management in an afternoon. However, what you can do is to learn how to structure your day so that you have more time for the important stuff. So let me share. Let's see whether I can share my screen so that you can see. There you go. Hopefully you are seeing the right thing. There we go. So you've seen here the challenge. Let me take you to today, which is project managing sustainability, and the worksheets that you are going to use today. So today is going to be to really stop for a second to start thinking about what is the single most important change in your daily routine that can make the biggest difference. I'll give you some example. Is it about scheduling things better? Is it about planning and sticking to your plans, which is a big issue for many people. They're okay at planning, but then they don't stick to their plans. Why? Ask yourself why. That's the key element. Why are you not sticking to your plans? Is it too big? Is it overwhelming? Is it too boring? Do you have to bite size it, for example, to make it more palatable? Do you have to start it when you've got more energy in the day? There are so many different reasons why we don't stick to our plans. Is it about not falling prey of distraction, which is another big one for many people? Is it about prioritizing the important stuff instead of spending time on things that are not really priority? Now, the key is understanding. A lot of the work we do at Green Gorilla is self-awareness, and it really makes a difference. When you are aware of why you are acting a certain way, it's not about, not justifying, it's not about justifying yourself. In that sense, but is really understanding and be kind to yourself in a way. Once you understand why you're acting in a certain way, I really like, for example, the phrase that my coach told me, and is the brain never makes a mistake. If you start from the understanding that the brain never makes a mistake, then try and understand why it's acting a certain way. Why are you procrastinating? Why are you not sticking to your plan? Why are you doing things that shouldn't be done and you are postponing things that are really important? Why you keep saying yes to people when you should say no? All of this stuff. What's happening in your brain? Why is it doing this? Usually it's to protect you. So there is nothing wrong with that. It's just understanding why and try and act and adjust. Okay. So that's the first challenge. Try and understand what is the single most important thing that you can change to your day that will make the biggest difference. And if you want to give it a go, there is an extra challenge, which is look at your to-do lists and cut it down to 3 items only. That's been demonstrated to be the most effective way of working in a way, having a shorter to-do list instead of a bigger to-do list. You might have a master task list, and then you pick 3 of the most important items every day and stick to them. Imagine if you managed to do 3 important tasks every day. By the end of the working month, you would have 60 tasks, important tasks being done. That's super effective, isn't it? So prioritize by using the Eisenhower Matrix that you can see here, which is split into stuff that you should do now and stuff that is crucial to do, which is effectively your maximum priority, and then stuff that you can delegate or stuff that you can just postpone to another time. So try and see how that works for you, whether you can reprioritize your to-do list, shorten it to 3 important tasks, and be ruthless and cut out all the stuff that really doesn't serve you at all. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed until this point. Now, a little announcement. Tomorrow, I'm out actually during the day, therefore I can't do the live at 12 noon BSC. So I will be live at 7 p.m. So please join me for a Q&A at 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, BST, to talk about how the challenge went, whether you got any questions. And I would love to have as many of you as possible to share your experiences. And then I'll give you also some more information about the mastermind if you're interested in deepening your skills that just we touched upon this week of the challenge. Thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Cheers.